Oh shit. Have we done it? It appears we are livened. Holy moly. I think we are here. What's up, everybody? Friends, Romans, countrymen, pets, men, women, and children, guys, gals, non-binary pals, whoever you are, wherever you are. What's up? Happy Christmas Eve, or indeed Merry Christmas. I know we've got some people in the future who like to come by, already living in Christmas time. But for today, I'm going to be honest, I feel decent. We've got puppy is sleeping, which is a good thing. He's been scratching. He's been itchy a little bit these past couple days, to the point where it's like not good. So I gave him a medicated bath yesterday. That didn't do shit. So I got him some pajamas, which actually seems to like calm him down, maybe like a thunder shirt sort of a thing. So he seems to be calm and not chewing himself to shreds today, which is good. But anyways, let's go ahead and get the timer started. Let's go ahead and focus the camera, por favor. Please. There we go. Excellent. We need some scales to do today. I think we just did harmonic minors yesterday, right? We have not done Locrians in a long time, but that's because they're trash. So I need to keep track of which we do when so that I can figure out which ones it has been a while since we have done. Because let's see, we've done ones we do like all the time. Twos, we've done twos because they have their minor with a raised 6. Threes are minors with a natural minors with a flat 2. Fours have a sharp 4, raised 4th. Fives have a flat 7, major with a flat 7. Sixes, natural minor, and then sevens are sevens. Dang! So maybe we should start branching into other types of scales now that I think about it. We've kind of done them all quite a bit. But for the sake of today being day before holiday, let's do something not too crazy. Maybe just like melodic minors. We haven't done melodic minors, I know. It's probably been a bit since we've done the melodics. Cool. Nope, that's natural minor. A flats. Weird. C flats. Both ways up and down. F and G are the alternating. G is an easy one. F sharps. Oh boy. That's a fun key, isn't it? A naturals and all, both going up and down. D's and E's are messed up. Whew! Can I tell you, before stream, just a quick little aside, I've been working specifically, I may have had an epiphany on my low register yesterday, and I think I've known this, but it's sort of how I framed it and thought about it that I think is important, and that being the break register. I think I'm not able to go high enough on my low setting. I think my high setting can go low enough, but I don't know that my low setting can go high enough. And so the overlap there, I think my high setting is decently developed to go down. I was doing some scale studies, focusing specifically on where my break is in my embouchure and stuff in the low. And I was doing them with articulation down to the A flats. And I was playing the B flat and the A decently well on my high setting, which is like fucking what? But also I don't know really what I'm talking about, so I don't know. Long story short being that I feel like in my low going up and down between the two break, negotiating the break range, I should say, I feel like that feels a little better today. You know, take a win where we get it. Even if it's just because it's too early and I haven't fucked up my chops yet. So, we'll see. F, we're doing the melodics. That's right. Like even on that one, as I was coming down past the C, it felt like the transition down to the pedal was more in control than I feel like it normally is. That felt good. Coming out of the pedal, I'm also trying to make sure that I've got even in constant contact with the mouthpiece, because that's something that I feel like I lose as I switch from my low setting to my high setting in particular. So we're figuring out our baddies. E-naturals. Okay. That time I sort of took a breath there to not cheat, but you know what I mean. Yo, Glockner, what's going on? Merry Christmas to you as well, my friend. Hope you're having a wonderful one. Sadly, can't stick to the stream, as today's the more important Christmas day in Austria, so everyone's with their family. Whoa, so wait, Christmas Eve is even more? That's so cool. I would love to hear about it after the fact. Go and have a wonderful day with your family. A fantastic holiday season, and I will see you later, buddy. I appreciate it. Oh, and also, just want to point out, I don't know if you've noticed this little guy. Merry Christmas to me indeed. Mm-hmm. A little sneak preview for what we've been getting into. E flats. I don't know if we can reliably start down there, but we'll go down to it. Whew. All right, then the D's. Nuts. Oh man, it gets better every time. We actually kind of can start a note down there. Holy moly. Who knew? D flat, my word. Sorta speaks, which means the C is not going to be there today. And that's all right. That's fine, because if I'm being totally for real with you, 100%, keeping it for real, the rest of the register honestly feels pretty damn good. Better than normal, which is interesting, because what I've been really focusing on is like the contact and like noticing where the shifts are. I still don't know where my break quote unquote is, but trying to like focus exactly specifically on where I need to brake, because I think it's below the C. I've been thinking it's, so for example, when I say brake range, I'm talking a higher embouchure setting for just normal regular style play. You know, stuff like just a normal embouchure set. When I say a low setting, it's what I need to produce the really super fucking low. Like all of those have to be, my jaw's out, my corners are down. I'm like, oh, and it's a very different. It's just a different set of the embouchure. And what I've been focusing on, especially before stream, in my warm-ups and sort of physical exercises, has been making sure that my embouchure stays in place as I move about the registers, so that the natural breaks and the shifts that I need to make will happen more naturally, and as my body sort of determines, okay, the embouchure is here, that does not change. Now we can figure out everything else. And that's what I've sort of been trying to work on, sort of behind the scenes over the past week or two. And today, long story short, just means all that to say, it feels like I'm making progress on it, which is fucking awesome. So that's awesome. Let's do flexibility shit. Love these flexibility exercises at about 88. You know what? Let's drop it a little. 84. Little slower, little lighter, perhaps a little more focused on accuracy and precision here, maybe. I think I am guilty of focusing on speed before I am ready. So let's back it down today, make sure we've got it, and then move forward. Next Friday. And also I need to turn this up because I can't hear it quite as well through my through the hat. Jeez. And I think, and this is the evidence that I have for why I think my break is around the C and lower, is because as those flexibility exercises go lower and lower and lower, I find it easier to pop into the low register, I think because I'm already in my low setting as of the D flat above C, which might not mean anything to you guys out there at home, but in my head and on the page, it does kind of make sense. That I can already pop down to the low pedal easier because I'm already in my low as of the note just before. Which I think is a semitone up from where I think my break might be on the C. That was on a low setting. On a high setting. My break, my shift all needs to be just from pedal C and down. Everything else I can do on my high setting. We're figuring stuff out here, chat. Potentially. We might not be... I should correct myself because this is more accurate. We are gathering more data points, more information from which we will continue to evolve our hypotheses, continue to test them, continue to strengthen and do exercises that we know work. And from such, we would continue to improve until we find exactly the proper embouchure for high and low settings and for the break period, the negotiating the shift and the break in between them. So I want to bump this down probably to like 66. Let's do very slow. And this is a flexibility. I think we did this one for the first time yesterday. That's not it. Oh my, excuse me. That was really gross. I'm sorry, chat. was a little impromptu, doing that shit front and back. That was pretty fun, actually. Bit of an extended exercise. It's only supposed to go descending, but I figured, what the hell? That's kind of the beauty of what I'm finding in these exercises. This is the Freudis book, by the way. Thoughts on playing the horn well. One of my personal idols and heroes, Freudis Revekre. Freudis. I hope the pronunciation is correct. My Norwegian is notoriously weak. But it's all about seeing what's written on the page and being like, okay, well, can we do it maybe a little differently? How can we maybe make this a little more tailored to what I in particular need to work on? Can I adapt this a little more specifically? You know, things like that. That's the beauty of what I'm finding these books in particular that I just got, this one and the Mastering the Horn's Low Register. I'm really having a lot of fun being critical on myself, you know? I that's never been my thing, but now trying to like drill down and isolate my problems and having some guidance and direction for how to fix them, that's pretty fucking cool, you know? What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. What a time to be playing horn. What a time to be making music. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see. I would like to do, yeah, maybe this one. Yes, I do want to do this one again. But we're going to go even slower, probably, honestly, to 60. 16ths on 60. One E and a two E and a one da 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 That is super messy. And this is another data point. When playing that D, which is 2 semitones above where I'm starting to suspect my break range is, break point, perhaps. I can play it weakly on my low setting, and on my high setting, it's decently secure. When I focus on keeping my corners firm and not, you know? I don't know, man. It's starting to indicate that maybe it could be. Alrighty. So those are some fun, both high and low flexibility exercises now that I think about it. Let's work on lip and trillers. Not at 114, please. We'll back it down. We did 104 for the past few days. Let's back it down to 100. Make sure that we are still good with the slower tempo, as I would expect to be, but nothing is guaranteed. Ah, okay. That was it for a split little mini microsecond. That was it. It popped in. Holy hell. That's okay. That's all right. We're still making progress. Holy cow. Actually, honestly, kind of been going a little for a little bit. It might be time for a bit of a rest. Bit of a recovery tone. Pedal tones. I love pedal tones. Blue Lambu, what's up, friend? Do I double on an instrument? I'm not entirely sure what you mean. This is a double French horn. It has two sides, a B flat side and an F, as is pretty decently common, I think, with French horns. Yeah, happy you're here. Hope you're having a wonderful wonderful holiday season. Play other brass instruments. No problem, no worries. I used to march with trumpet when I was in high school, and I've played a little low brass. Generally, so when you're going from brass playing a smaller mouthpiece to a larger mouthpiece, it's generally like pretty easy to do. So French horn being a very, very small mouthpiece, you can kind of play most other brass instruments to a degree. Trumpet is the one that I spent most time on. But I dabbled with euphonium and tuba a little bit. Never really fucked with trombone, just because like I just don't get it. I mean, I understand it, but I don't get it. Mostly French horn nowadays. Exclusively French horn, just because my embouchure I'm focusing on in particular, and other brass instruments have different embouchure placements, so it kind of screws up what I'm doing here if I were to play the others, but. I can, and I have, but not these days. I have guitars because I like to collect them. I rarely play them nowadays either, but those I can play a little bit more than trumpet and not screw up my mouth. Anyways. Those aren't really working today. Vincenzo Raimo! Merry Christmas to you as well, my friend. So glad you're here. Good to see you. How you doing? We're just... All I want for Christmas is a dang lip trill, you guys. That's okay. Played euphonium at one point. Sort of. Like I played around on it. I never played it like in a ensemble or anything. Like I had friends when I was in school that played euphonium, so we would like swap instruments, and so I could get a couple notes here and there. But I never like seriously played euphonium. My youngest brother does, and I actually have a euphonium in my house because it's his, and he left it with me when he moved out. But so I have one, but I haven't tried to play it kind of ever. So that one. Play euphonium, trombone, and a little trumpet. Not so good at trumpet. Yeah, I would imagine. Like going from large, especially to small, is a lot different. I'll say maybe not necessarily harder or easier, but different from going small to large. Because like small, all my action is like here, and I can do all of this in a low brass mouthpiece. Just the same. So it's a little easier to go that way. What's my favorite piece? Oh my god. That's impossible to answer. But I can give you a top three of horn pieces in no particular order. I would say Strauss's second horn concerto, Haydn's first horn concerto, and third is kind of a rotating slot. I would say right now, Villanelle might be up there by Paul Dukas. Hunter's Moon is always up there just because it's so much fun with the stop stuff. It's got a really fun... let me get rid of this click. Oh my god! It's a really fun piece in G minor. It takes advantage of some stop horn. So it's Oliver Smith. Good morning to you and Merry Christmas. It is already Christmas morn for ya. Einsteindal. How are you doing, my friend? Good to see ya. Welcome in, everybody. And a Merry Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, depending on where you are. Or if you don't celebrate, happy winter. Whatever to you. Whatever. Season's greetings. Hope you're all doing wonderfully, spending good time with family or friends or yourself, your pets. Whatever your situation, I just hope you're happy and safe and having a good one. Enten Sintol. Thank you. My brain immediately just said saw Einstein doll, and I apologize because that is incorrect. Enten Sintol. Maybe. I feel like I'm getting closer. Okay, lip trills. I think we're good on lip trills today. Let's say we're good on lip trills today. Let's say we would like to play. What would we like to play? Ooh, you know what we started working on was, I think, 21 from Kling. Ooh, yeah, that was a good one. Andrew, don't tell me to make my bed. You're not my mom. And I know that because my mom sometimes comes into chat and that is not her username. So, How you doing, dude? Good to see you. Shoot. Oh, that's right. Okay, that's right. I don't remember how to do it. Yo, oh my goodness. What is up? Please stop spamming highs, Matthew. I see ya. Glad to have you in here. What's going on? And a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everyone as well. Yeah, it's like, because here's the thing. Like, objectively, I understand why having a made bed, it's aesthetically pleasing. It's nice to have, like, a clean surface. You have something nice to come back to, whatever. For me, I leave my bedroom usually, and I don't come back until it's time to go in back like to bed. So it's got the indent of me from when I exit the bed, and then it's got the indent of me ready to receive me as I'm going into bed in the evening. So it's like, I don't know. That's very funny, but my dad is dead, so joke's on you. C sharps, dummy. Wow, it's 2 and 3. Joke's on y'all. Y'all look so foolish right now. He said as he fails to play the same little piece that he worked out for like half an hour yesterday and I'm sucking at now. Kind of almost. We've almost got it back. Just took a quick refresher. This is a fun etude, though. I think yesterday, for all of my belly aching and moaning, I think yesterday is the first time I actually tried to learn this etude, and we're not even close to ending it for the record. But like, the opening sounds pretty good. Are you gonna play seriously to play for gigs? That's kind of the point. The goal, yeah. So this is what I've been streaming so far. This is day 48 or so. That's been my personal practice time to get ready for the spring semester at the local community college. I'm going to be taking ensembles, music theory classes to sort of shore up where I left off 15 years ago after my freshman year of college. So I'm going to take those and some ensembles, horn studio, stuff like that at the community college. And then at the end of that, I'm hoping that I will be developed enough, advanced enough to maybe take some auditions, maybe apply for grad school, maybe just be a teacher, maybe like go into something along those lines. But for right now, I would love to get good enough to be able to play or consider playing or consider auditioning or, you know, something, whatever the case may be. Yeah, ultimately, that's what I would like to do. But, you know, I love to teach and I would love to have students and do that kind of stuff too. So I don't know, the ultimate, you know, whatever the finish line is maybe still a little murky, but the path to get there is set, and that's super exciting for me because it hasn't been in 15 years. Whole story, it's a whole thing, but yeah. last fucking note. And that wasn't even close. Do you want to become my teacher? If you want to learn French horn, I would love to. I don't think I am qualified at the moment, but I would love to teach. What is it you're looking to learn, my friend? If it's pronunciation on stuff, I'm pretty sure I should be learning from you. Reading, also comprehension. You can see I sort of gloss over important details to my own detriment. I could definitely learn under your tutelage. What was this? That just does not sound right to me. And I don't know why that is. That's why. That's why. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever. Whatever. We're kind of playing around through some stuff. Wait, let's not get rid of the clean book. But I kind of don't want to like work that thing through and out at the moment. I kind of just want to play some fun shit. And in the spirit of fun shit, here's one that we have not done for a long time, a relatively long time. And I know that we haven't. It's Kling 19. And I intentionally take a week or so, maybe even 2 weeks, break in between some of these because I want to gauge my progress sort of independently. This is a benchmark. How well we can do this today versus X number of weeks ago when last we played it. Hopefully, there's a marked difference in at least my perception of how it feels to play. So we'll see. My first valve might be a little slow. We'll take a beat. Just as we're doink. Doink. Cool. Make sure it gets all around that rotor. And now we should be good. Bismillah. We will not let you go. Let him go! Cling number 19, for the record, is not Bohemian Rhapsody. I don't know why Bismillah came into my head. The world may never know. All right. All right. Oh my goodness. I am so fucking dead. Yo, what's up, Arnav Gupta? Let's go indeed. How are you, friend? Whew. I need to take a break for a minute. That is a taxing etude, and I was not expecting to play that much of it. In relatively one go. It's not clean or pretty, but like there's something to be gained by doing it in context and then cleaning up the parts. So it's not, the worst idea in the world. Excuse me. That's it. Ho 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 to you, Suki. How are you, friend? Hope you're having a wonderful holiday time. Good to see you. And a merry and a happy to you as well. I got my Florida Gators, little Santa hat, as one has to have. You can't have Christmas in Florida without Florida. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying? Don't celebrate Christmas. Well, then a happy December 24th/5th to you. Regardless of what you celebrate or don't, I'm wishing you the warmest of season greetings around the end of the year, if nothing else. Noel and New Year's and new beginning. I don't know. I am so just like overwhelmed with practice brain. The wisest man ever 25. You can't have Christmas in Florida without Florida. Thought you'd like that. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. This is messier than I thought it was going to be today. Which I think I'm playing it too fast. I'm like trying to come back to it and do it perfectly at tempo, and I shouldn't do that. And again, I'm playing it way too fucking fast. What's the tax structure there like? I don't even know how to begin to answer that question. As a former tax professional, I could go on a bunch of different... That can go so many different ways. We're talking, I mean, first and foremost, are you talking income tax, estate tax, gift tax, indirect taxation, value added? We don't really have that here. State and local. There's that. There's, you know, within income tax, for example, you're talking about, you know, individuals versus corporations versus pass-throughs versus trust versus estates versus fucking anything else. Income tax mostly. So income taxes, yeah, it's actually it's beyond the scope of practice time. But basically in the U.S., if you're subject to U.S. taxes, if you're a U.S. person, you're basically subject to taxation on your entire worldwide income, which is like, it's a whole thing. Being in the U.S. for tax purposes is not advantageous. Being in other countries for income tax purposes is much more advantageous. Just for income tax purposes. But say you earn $100K a year, how much of that goes to the government? That's... Again, not entirely a straightforward question because it depends on what's the character of the income. Is it earned, like wages? Is it rental income? Is it capital gains? Is it dividends? Is it qualified dividends? Is it long-term capital gains versus short-term capital gains? Is it, you know, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Generally, 100,000, I would say, you know, 25K-ish goes to the government, but then you've got payroll taxes if it's earned. You've got state taxes. So that everything I've been talking about has been federal. That's not to say anything about the state level taxation. Florida doesn't have state level taxation, but most other states do. Some cities have taxation. Some counties have taxation. I think Ohio has cities. Indiana has counties. It's not too straightforward of a question, but generally I would say between 25 to 35%, depending on like everything else that goes into it and all the other taxes. Somewhere in there, I think. Yeah. Because I've invested a pretty big sum of money into the US stock market and gotten decent returns from it. Congratulations. Bully for you. That's awesome. Just wondering how it's affected. So it depends as well, because if you're just investing in US stocks, because you're not looking, and this is not financial advice. This is not financial advice. Always discuss everything with your personal accountant, whatever. I am not advising you. My understanding is that the income is sourced to where you live. So if I as a US person invest in US stocks, that's US source income because I am based in the US. If a Canadian person invests in the US stock market, that's Canadian source income because they're located in Canada. For you as an Indian source person, we'll say, for sake of argument, investing in the US, that's India source income because of where you're located. Investment income is like that generally. Now, there may be treaties, I think. And again, this is my recollection. This is not verify and do everything like, yeah, your parents work for JP Morgan. You have people to ask. But yeah, so I would imagine the investment stuff is going to be sourced to where you live. If it was something like dividends might be weird. Dividends might be weird about it because those might be sourced to the payer's location. I think interest might be different. It's really personalized, and I've spent a little time looking over like the US Germany treaty, maybe Canada as well, for certain jurisdictions. India I have zero knowledge on. So should I buy full stacks of Nvidia once the bubble pops? Absolutely. This is not financial advice. Don't actually act on this advice, for the record. I have no idea. I invest in broad market ETFs and mutual funds, total market stuff, with 0.03% expense ratios, because I'm not going to beat the market, right? That's my philosophy anyways. We're playing French horn here, guys. See, y'all got me monologuing. Friggin' what's his name? Incrediboy was right. You sly dog, you got me monologuing. Too late, bought for 50K. Well, that's your own action based on your personal risk appetite. I did not influence that in any way, and if you acted on that, then you're a fool, because I have told you from the outset that I do not know what I'm talking about. So, not my fault if you lose the shirt off your back. I hope you don't. And I hope you're joking. For the record, I also hope you're joking. Just as a, overarching. Or that 50K is not a material source amount of money for you. If 50K is your playing money, then it's a different risk appetite than I would have for 50K, certainly. Oh, jeez. Y'all are too much. Carnival of Venice. That's kind of not festive, but celebratory. funky one. You sold everything again. Well, I mean, you know, at this point, you're playing with yourself. I don't know what to tell you. Snip, snap, snip, snap, snip, snap. You know. Oh goodness. This is why practice is so much fun. I say this all the time, but I have never had this much fun in practice as when y'all come into chat and do ridiculous shit. Oh, it's not even that ridiculous. It just breaks up the monotony of practice. And for that, I do sincerely appreciate y'all being here. Y'all are awesome. Oh, I like this one. I really like this one. Yay, thanks for the follow, buddy. I appreciate that. And oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. Give me 1 second, because I'm going to pronounce this. In German, we say, entscheidungsfreudig wie eine Pendel. No, this is very bad, what I have said. I've probably said every swear word in the book, but pendelure. I think my my vowel shapes are incorrect as well, which is something I should know. So much of music stuff. Yeah, a German U. I cannot do a German U very well, I think. As much like German as takes place in musical language and stuff, you'd think I'd actually know some stuff. I know gemächlich. I can't say it, but gemächlich, I think. I think the rest of these are Italian. Lippentriller. That's a good one. Close to the O. So it's o. Pendelor. More closer to the O as opposed to o. And is it an Is it an Is it a softer R, or is it a more hard R? Was ist ein Lippentriller? Lippentriller it's a fun horn technique that I cannot do, but you work on it. It's basically trilling with your lips. So a normal valve trill would be like this. You know, just quickly switching between the two notes. On a horn, you can do that with your lips if you're good enough and you actually practice it. So we've been practicing and doing. And working on building that speed and reflexivity. So that is that's what in my book of Koprash etudes it refers to them as the Lippentriller exercises. Anmerkung zu Nummer 5 bin der Bungen tadlich Vorübungen zum Triller Lippentriller. Yeah, so that's the extent of what I'm going to try and pronounce, I think, in German. Jumping from C to G without cracking. Which ones? Because C to G, depending on where you're at in the range, and I assume on horn. Are you playing horn as well? Because for me, I would say from C to G, but the is a very difficult range for me in particular. You just started 1 week ago. Dude, welcome. Sincerely, how are you enjoying it? What do you think? Oh my god, if I could be back with my 12-year-old self and only have just started a week ago, you know? Holy moly. That's a very difficult range. So C, let me double check my notation. That's the middle C to the middle G. I do know how the notation. Yes. Yes, middle C to the middle G. Yes. Yeah, it's tricky, and especially on horn as you descend from the middle G C. That's the start to what's known as like the mid-low register, which is notoriously, like, you wouldn't think it because it's just like a little bit lower, right? But that's a very difficult register in the horn, especially to play well and fluid. So Holtzel is my book, I guess. I'm not familiar with that one, actually. In the States, I learned on Philip Farkas, The Art of Horn Playing, or The Art of French Horn Playing, was like it was more of a theory book. I've got one from Freudis Revekra, who is a Norwegian horn player, one of my personal heroes. And then for etudes, we do like Koprosh, is very standard. Play Chaik 5-second movement. Lemon? Now there's a name I have not heard in a long time. How are you, friend? I will certainly play Chaik 5-second movement. I just have to pull up the excerpt. Chaik 5. Here we go. Oh, this is the one where they screw up Chaik 5 with Chaik 4. Right? No, they give the right one. The second... You want the second movement one? Come on. I don't know this one very well. But it is a gorgeous... Oh, I love Chaik 5. My chops are fucking dead. You did double bass in conservatory? Are you serious? Bro. Actually, we may have talked about that, because I remember your videos always had, like, you had the classical shit on your channel as well. Now it's all coming back to me. Remember, some horn students hated this solo. Yes. Only because it's so difficult. It is very, very difficult. Absolutely gorgeous, but yeah, I cannot play it well. I like playing Tchaikovsky 4, if you're familiar with the beginning part. It's a nice... I don't know what other brass... I think there's other brass in here with the horns in the beginning. At one point, I think it goes straight to the horns towards the end of it, but the very beginning is really fun. It's an octave, so... It's trumpet after the horns. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's a fun excerpt. I used to play this, my good buddy, he was a much better low horn. Oh, come on, Automod, what are you doing? Oh, I don't have links. Whisper me the link. But we can never be too sure, Lemon. Whisper it to me. Let me see. Let me see if I know. It's not an octave. Need to whisper on mobile, dude. Are you in my Discord? I've got a Discord that we share links and music and stuff like that in the channels there. That would be a good place to send it. I definitely am on there more than I am on Twitch, like recreationally. Oh boy, uh-oh. Uh-oh, Lemon. Classical spam. Dude! So like, oh boy, you're saying sarcastically. I'm saying, oh boy, parentheses, genuine excitement, because fucking yes, I want this. This is exactly the energy that I want to bring to my server. All right. So let's see. That's strike 4, right? What's another one here? Do I know that one? I don't think I know that one either. Maybe I'm not as familiar with Tchaikovsky 4 as I am with 5. Bleh. Old Czech fill with vibrato brass. Ooh, dude, I fucking... There's a sweet spot, I don't know, for horn. For horn, the European school and the American schools are like... Because European school generally has at least some vibrato. I've seen some with like a lot of vibrato. Herman Bauman, I think, plays with a lot of vibrato, which is just crazy to my ear. American school, you're generally taught not to play with like any vibrato on horn, but I kind of feel like I should. Maybe a little bit, because I have an old note from my professor in college, Morceau de Concert. I did this for my first semester freshman jury by Saint-Saëns. And what he wrote in there were recommendations. The Short Call, Wagner, excellent. Brahms 3, third movement, love that. Beethoven 9th, fourth horn solo in the third movement. Oh. And then he says vibrato question mark. Because, like, I think we were going to explore perhaps adding some vibrato in some places. Otherwise, it's just played straight. I mean, today everyone doesn't play vibrato. I thought today mostly like everybody does this. That's all people do. There's like too much vibrato. It's like becoming a problem. We need to contain the vibrato outbreak lest it turns us into the walking vibrato. You know? I have no idea. I could not tell you. This is my brain on Christmas Eve after an hour and a half of practice. That's what this is. I'm ready to be done. I'm ready to go and bake stuff. I'm making a chocolate chip pecan pie for tomorrow. I'm making some special cookies for tomorrow. My girlfriend's doing a giant standing rib roast. We're doing like, oh my God, it's going to be good. Lack of oxygen moment. It very well could be. Lack of oxygen to the lips, lack of oxygen to the brain. We're just out here vibing, running on fumes. Oxygen fumes, I guess. I don't know. In terms of technique, Americans beat Europeans by a mile. The principal horn in the Berlin Phil is from the US. Are we talking Stefan Dorr? Are we talking Stefan Dorr is not from the US? Surely. Am I thinking Vienna? No, I'm thinking Berlin. Sarah Willis is from London. What are we talking about? She's the fourth horn. She's from London. Go away, Siri. Is she not? Okay. Fuck off, Siri. No. She was born in Maryland. I remember I just looked at her Wikipedia the other day. She was born in Maryland, but like grew up in London or something like that. I think y'all are right. My apologies. I'm gonna simmer down. Calm blue ocean, find my center. No, I actually think you're right. The longtime third horn for the Berlin Phil, Stefan de Laval-Jezerski, I think. He played from like 78 to 2022 or something. He was from North Carolina, I think. So you're technically American, but of the UK school. She was trained in the UK, so that one I don't count. Stefan de Laval-Jezerski I do, because he was in I think he cut his teeth in Cleveland or maybe Cincinnati, I feel like. So that one I would accept. But like not Stefan, not Sarah, not Andre, Just, I think, the second horn. And I don't know who replaced Stefan on third. That's a great question. Anyways, Whippy Guy, dude, what's going on, friend? Sorry, I missed you for a minute. Getting my euphonium after tomorrow. I'm so excited for you, my friend. How excited are you? Do you know what you're gonna like play and start working on? Do you have books? Do you have a teacher? Do you have like what are you working on? Going to the store. You're going to pick it out from the music store. Dude, that's so exciting. I don't know much about the person, but in terms of orchestra, I feel American orchestras are better at brass than Europeans. That's so interesting. I never really had a concept, I think, of like better or worse, just like differences in the school, European being more vibrato and sort of differences in hand position on horn and a few things here and there. But I know we Americans, you know, we have some powerhouses, fucking Gail Williams, Julie fucking Landsman, Eli Epstein in Boston, Victoria, I think her name in San Francisco, Andrew Bain, although he's an Aussie, he's in the LA Phil, so you know, I don't know. David Cooper in Chicago, right? Like we got some horn talent. Denise Tryon in Philadelphia, the low horn player there. She is a monster. I love listening to her. Chicago and New York brass, Pittsburgh, yeah, dude. Like honestly, any of the major metros that you go to, they're going to have a really, really good orchestra. I remember a number of years ago, I went to Minneapolis and St. Paul on a vacation and saw the Minnesota Orchestra. Oh my God, just absolutely phenomenal. Literally brought me to tears because of the program they were playing. It was very, it was an emotional, powerful piece, which might have been a premiere now that I think it, but it was fucking so good. Whippy, you do have books, watch tutorials on YouTube on how to oil valves and play notes. Perfect. Excellent. Maintenance is very important, especially if it's a instrument that you are going to be owning. Definitely make sure that you take care of that thing. I admit I have not been the best owner of my horn over the years, but I've made a real effort to try and make sure that I'm oiling the rotors every day, keeping up with slide grease so that the slides move freely and well. And it's this old girl's still tooting along just fine. So definitely maintenance and proper continued maintenance is very important. The Czech fill at the end of Beethoven 3. Ooh, I love Beethoven 3, dude. Oh my God, you're speaking my language? Y'all talking a little, not third movement of Beethoven 3, the you know, the very last one. Yeah. Because I actually need to go back and listen to all of Beethoven 3. I always ever listen to the third movement because it's got the horn trio, you know? I should listen to it all in context a bit more. You are absolutely correct. I think I'm going to do that today, actually. Thank you, Lemon, for the suggestion. Especially if you have a link to a good the Czech fill performance, I would love to listen to that today. Oh, I just love that trio, dude. Oh, and I love the B flats. You know what? Let's play some high stuff. We haven't played some high stuff today. What is good? Franz Strauss has some high stuff. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Dude, fuck yes. Thank you for sending it on my Discord. I will definitely take a look and a listen. I assume it is hard at that speed. Mozart, when Mozart goes fast, when anyone goes fast, like they go fucking fast. I'm trying to think of particularly mobile Beethoven. Did I say Mozart? Lack of oxygen. What are we doing? What are we doing here? Particularly fast Beethoven excerpts. 9 is not. Same country. Yeah, they're basically the same person. Like, you know, interchangeable. Yeah, we're gonna do the Mozart horn sonata. some Beethoven horn concertos, am I right? Some Beethoven horn concerto. Oh. You mean the last movement of Beethoven 3? Yo, Brahms is from Vienna too? Bro! What was in the water over there? They're growing them fast and furious. Truly was a renaissance. From Hamburg. Oh, okay, I gotcha. So Lemon's over here casually spreading misinformation. That's cool. That's cool. But lived in Vietnam. Really? Vietnam. Not a typo for Vienna. Okay. I was about to say that's like woo, way over off in the other end of the continent there. Oh goodness, y'all are too much. Let's see if we can do the fast bit, at least a little. Oh my god, my lips are dying. Hoo-hoo! Holy moly. I would never spread misinformation in dead cells. That sentence in and of itself is misinformation. I'm putting the system on trial. You can't handle the truth. I'm just playing. Lemon, come on. You know I love you, buddy. I'm just playing. I kid. Oh, jeez. Alright, get Franz out of here. I'm tired of you, Franz. Franz Strauss. That feels better. What's my Discord about? JL, good to see you over there on YouTube. So it's basically just like at the moment for if people want to share stuff like that, they say, hey, I would like for you to see this, or is there any way I can share this, music with you, whatever. Just a common area to send links because I don't have like social media. I don't have like an Instagram or a Twitter or anything that y'all could like, send me stuff or whatever, So it's mostly just to hang out with you guys and see what y'all are doing, and I'm going to share some of my stuff that I come across as well. And it is, not even music specific. Music, video games, food, sport, fitness, other hobbies, artistic, creative stuff. Basically, anything fun and that brings you joy. I would love to know about it. Just a space to kind of hang out is the intent. So, that sort of a thing. What are we playing? We got 18 minutes left. Ooh, you know what? We could play. No, we could play. And I think this would be a fun thing to try. Yes, actually, this particular excerpt I do want to work on because it's right around my break range. Shostakovich 5, if y'all are familiar. Just listened to this one the other day. I forget who performed it. It might have been the Frankfurt Radio Orchestra. I believe that sounds right. But I listened to Shostakovich 5 and Tchaikovsky 5, like one right after the other, so which I shouldn't have done because now they're kind of like both in my brain as the same thing. But it's not, but you know what I mean. Anyways. Alright. Not the best. And I need to focus more as we start in the G and descend. It's got to be corners are firm because I can play it all on my high setting if I wanted to, but I don't think I want to. Maybe I want to. Maybe I want to because that was kind of loud and bold and brash down on the B flat. There was a commercial. I'm so sorry about that. I try and do as few as I can. But it's either 3 minutes every hour of advertisements or else they do pre-rolls. And I feel like pre-rolls are worse. Because as much as the browser will crash or the player will reload, I don't want y'all to be hit with ads every single time, or just to stop it and say, hey, like, there's no good answer there, unfortunately, now that I've accepted the affiliate status, 7 years ago. And So I do apologize for the advertisements. I would turn them off if I could, but I cannot fully turn them off. On Twitch, YouTube does not have advertisements. Should not have advertisements on my channel, as far as I know, because I am not big enough to be monetized. So that is just a fact that I'm presenting without context for you to do with what you will. Kind of feels pretty good. Maybe do it one more again, one more time. The problem areas being remembering that the 1 and 2 on the A coming out of the low D sharp, C sharp, and the low B flat. Those being the problem areas. But if I can do it, I kind of can do this all on my high setting, I think. No, that was right. It's sort of becoming a little bit more reliable than it was in the past. That's fucking cool. Let's see, while I'm thinking about it, right around that exact same range as Mahler 3. Excuse me, Mahler 1, the third movement, not Mahler 3, the first movement. For the rest of my life, I am 100% going to mix those up. I'd say probably 85% of the time. That one's a weird one because I definitely got to be intentional about where I do what setting. And it's weird because I'm doing this on my high setting. But in order to get that slur, I have to play that F. So I'm doing the same note on my high setting for the first measure and then on my low setting for the second measure, which is really fucking weird. And that kind of works. Hey, we might be figuring some stuff out a little. Slowly but surely. I betcha if on the off chance that like the ghost of Dennis Brain is watching this stream, rip to a legend. Ghost of Barry Tuckwell, also rip to an Australian legend. Australian and Canadian legend, perhaps? I think he was associated with one of the Royal Conservatories. I thought in Canada, but maybe I'm thinking of Australia. Anyways, if their ghosts are watching the stream, I think they would be quite proud of me for the progress that we've made. I live my life wondering what would Dennis Brain do. WWDBD. Yes. Okay. For the first time in a minute, everything but the slur down to the low F has been decently well, so I'm gonna have to work on that for sure. But it feels pretty good. Hey, thank you. Intensentol. 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 I'm going to get this correct. Maybe you can switch one day to tuba. Why would I switch to tuba? I can play my tuba shit. I can play tuba on the French horn. I don't need no stinking tuba. That note, the one I just played, the E, I think is the lowest written note I've ever seen. Entinsentol. So it's so the stress is on the first syllable, so it's entinsentol. Maybe it'll happen eventually. I'm gonna go to Google Translate after this and put it in and be like, okay, now I have it in my ear. I can I think we're getting there. Oh goodness. Oh, Heldenleben? Humming S by Sind. Humming S. So like a humming S. Entensen. Oh, I see. Entensentol. I think the tip of the tongue. Yeah. Entensentol. A very softer. An entensentol. Maybe? Because we're making progress not just on horn, but with our German. I was about to say, do I know German, the word for German in German? And I don't think I do off the top of my head. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Oh my goodness. That's the beauty of this, is we're not only learning horn, we're learning everything. We're learning German at the same time. We're learning personal finance earlier. We're learning everything. Practice is practice for life, man. I can't turn this page. Guys. Short NVIDIA, he said, I never said that. Don't listen to this man. Mod, silence this individual. I never said short NVIDIA, but like seriously, how much higher can it go? We're not engaging. We're not engaging. Oh, jeez. Y'all gonna get me in trouble. I don't know how the third horn line continues. I think I'm used to playing the fourth horn line. Or maybe second, I forget which, but it goes slightly differently, and I don't have the third horn line in my ear, so I'm not going to try it right now since we've got 2 minutes left in practice. We don't have much time. What time do you think we have? What? That one doesn't make sense. I like that one. At least the first two measures of it. The pictures of pictures at an exhibition. Mussorgsky. Modest Mussorgsky. Concert C. What is that? And the third of Concert C? Schumann? Schumann? We talking Schumann here? Do I have any Schumann excerpts? Because I'm not sure that I know that I've like worked any before. Schubert, definitely not. I would have a better time doing Schumann than Schubert. That's for dang sure. Do we even have any Schumann? No, we have neither Schumann nor Schubert in my. This is a low horn book as well, so it's kind of limited in what it offers. But Schumann has done a piece by Schumann, Adagio and Allegro, I believe is what it is. I think it's been transcribed for like violin and a few other instruments, but it's very very famous on horn. Very difficult, and I haven't played it in a while, and I think I'm gonna go and try. Schubert is your favorite, dude. Die Winterreise, or Die schon Muller. Muller, and I would not dare, but apologize for the butchering of your fine and beautiful language. I don't know that I've heard much Schubert. Now that I think about it. I know of Schubert, but I don't know that yeah, that's crazy. I think this is Adagio on Allegro. Yeah. Yep. Alright. Here we go. You can send links, so that's where the Discord comes in handy. Because you can whisper me on Twitch, and links are allowed there. I don't know if the moderation allows it, I think, ever, and I think I like it that way. But in Discord is where I like the link sharing to be. All right, let's see if we can. I don't know if I can do the Allegro because the Allegro is fucking hard. The Adagio is no joke either. It's got to slur up to a high C. Maybe I don't know this one as well as I thought I did. That is nasty. Send it on Discord. Love that. Thomas Kwastoff is a pretty famous singer from your hometown. A bass baritone. Dude, I love that. Thank you for sharing. I'm going to take a look as soon as we're done here. Love that dude. I don't know that I've heard of him, but I do love a good. I love a good operatic. I'm assuming, bass or bass baritone voice as an operatic. Can we stop dropping frames, please? Thank you, OBS. Fuck this one, man. Classical, not opera. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. That's really cool. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know that I know of a distinction. So classical bass baritone not being operatic, what sort of works then are written for a bass baritone in classical but not operatic style? Try to play piano when going high. I do sometimes when the piece calls for it, and when the piece calls for me to crescendo when going high, I also play louder when going high. That is tough. Just doing that's the natural horn, the harmonic series. Once you get above basically the middle C on the staff, basically every note can be played just open. You know, some are out of tune, and that's why your hand is very important. But that's what makes horn so fucking hard, is where it sits on the harmonic series, the size of the mouthpiece, the hand, and all the other stuff that goes into it, the accoutrement, as some might say. I don't want to keep playing. There's a reason I don't play the Adagio and Allegro. Anything else that we want to work on? I'm gonna go and concentrate on the game. Hey, thanks for hanging out. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great rest of your day. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas for those celebrating. I'll see you later, buddy. Have a good one. And thank you for the tips on my pronunciation and everything, and for not making fun of me too hard. You know what we could do? I think we're probably going to warm down a little bit after maybe some of this. know those partials. Oh, excuse me. I am so out of it. I am so tired. I'm out of it. I'm not breathing. I'm basically pressing the horn into my face and causing irreparable harm to my psychic and physical damage. That doesn't even make sense. So I'm going to say at this point, let's call time. I don't know if y'all have noticed my pup in the background here. He has been wearing pajamas the entire day. He is precious. And it's so that he does not itch himself. He's been on an itchy streak. So with the pajamas, he's been refraining from itching himself too much, which is good. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go have some lunch and get ready for the Christmas celebration tomorrow. Just a quick reminder, there will be no stream tomorrow, and I'm torn up. I'm devastated about it. I'm still going to be practicing, and I hope you will as well, at least for a little bit. But I will not be streaming. I will be back on Friday at the same time. And yeah, I think that's it for me. Thank you all for hanging out. I love you as always. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. I'll see y'all on the other side. Bye. Bye, bye, bye.